Welcome back to Learn Essential Oils. We are in our final episode number 6. And in this episode, we are going to be talking about how the oils affect your frequency. Now, this is probably the most exciting. Oh, who am I kidding? This is the most exciting part. I gotta tell you, I have a lot of exciting parts though, so feel free to bust me. I'm sure I've said it a few hundred times over the last few days that we've been working on this together. But here's the thing. Your frequency is everything. And this is how it fits into my life coaching practice and my yoga practice. Because I really do believe in the law of attraction. I work with the law of attraction, and that is based on your frequency. So I'm not going to actually talk about the law of attraction today. That's going to be a whole nother live stream, and we'll bring that up maybe in a couple of months or so watch for that. But today we're going to talk about your frequency and why it's so important that essential oils affect it. So I am not going to talk about what the frequency is. Just know it's basically an energy signature that we all have. We all give off a frequency that's actually measurable. Feel free to do your own research around that. That's beyond the scope of what I want to talk about. The important thing about it is the higher our frequency is, the better we feel, the lower, the worse we feel. And in fact, disease also resonates at lower frequencies. So these higher frequencies, you feel better physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Lower frequencies, you feel worse physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Okay? So there's a range. Now, what's interesting about frequencies is that we begin to resonate with other frequencies. Okay, so stick with me here. If you have a tuning fork or a guitar string, and you have two of them right next to each other, and you strike one and it starts to vibrate, you bring it next to the other one, it will eventually start to vibrate at that same pace. So they are in resonance and they're making the same sound. That happens with us when we're with something else. So let's use an example that's really obvious. You know, when you're with someone who's really negative, and you might go into a conversation and you feel really strong, you feel really like you're in a really great space, but the longer you hang out with them, the more you feel really kind of depressed. You can feel yourself begin to go down, and that's because you guys have moved into resonance. Now, the chances are they were, of course, vibrating slowly. You were vibrating faster, and chances are what happened was that person came up a little bit, sucked a little of your joy, and you came down so that you were in resonance together. And the same thing happens the other way. You're feeling down, you're with someone who's feeling really great, and you probably were going to bring them down a little bit, but they will also bring you up. Now, just an aside, how much you affect each other depends on how strong you are in your resonance. So do you ever have that experience where you feel a shift, like you feel really, really good, but it doesn't last? Or you feel really, really bad and it doesn't last? It's because we all have a set point for our resonance. Or our frequency. We all have a set point of where we are comfortable. And if things get too good, we do a little something to bring ourselves down. If it gets too bad, we do something to make ourselves feel better. So the stronger we are, now if you're working on it, I feel like part of my job as a life coach is to raise that ceiling to get you feeling better and better and more comfortable feeling better and better so that you don't throw a wrench in the works and bring yourself down. But it's tenuous, right? It's like when you first get into that high, it might be a little weak. You might not be very strong. You'll be very affected by someone who's in a lower vibration because it'll bring you back into that comfort zone. But the longer you're there, the stronger you get, the more you affect others and bring them up. So the reason I share this is because if you have a great teacher, yoga teachers, life coaches, one of the things that we do really well, and not everyone, this is something you actually have to work on, is we get so strong in our vibration, we can affect others without them affecting us at all. Okay, and you can do that too. There's nothing special. I mean, there is something special. We work on it, but there's nothing special about being a yoga teacher or a life coach that allows us to do that. It's something that everyone can work on, is getting really strong so that you aren't affected by lower vibrations. And in fact, you are the light for others. Kind of cool, huh? Sorry, totally a tangent, but I love this stuff. Okay, so now let's talk about essential oils. We're going to talk a little bit about the frequencies of our body. So the human body has an average frequency of between 62 to 68 megahertz. I'm actually looking at notes. I do not remember these things. So 62 to 68. Now cold symptoms hit at 58. So as your vibration goes down, you begin to resonate at a lower level, you attract that cold symptom in. It's actually something that it's like your body is in a more susceptible place to catch something. It kind of makes sense, right? You get tired, you get worn out, you get sick. That's what happens. But it continues. So Candida is at 55 megahertz, Epstein-Barr 52, cancer is at 42, and death begins at 25 megahertz. So as we go lower and lower and lower, worse things set in. Okay? Now, on the other side, essential oils resonate between 52 and 320 megahertz. Now, 52 is a little low. There aren't many that are that low, but most of them are higher than the human body. Let me just remind you, the human body is 62 to 68 on average. Okay, so the 52 to 320, which by the way is rose oil. Incredible. This bottle, by the way, is I think $180 as a wholesale member. 5 mil for $180. But the reason for that is it takes 5,000 rose petals. That's the back of a semi-truck to make 1 pound of rose oil. Isn't that amazing? Oh my God, it smells amazing. But here's the thing. 320 megahertz. Not only that, but I can't affect this vibration. It is one of those really high and stays high. So what does that mean when I bring myself into its realm, right? I slowly begin to raise my vibration. I kid you not, it is so powerful. And I find I just need to hold it and I can feel the vibration. I will say the location of choice, shall we say, for a rose bottle is actually in your bra. So sorry guys. We girls can stick it in our bra and right by your heart. And I am telling you, I can feel it instantly. I feel that shift in my vibration. Now, if you aren't sensitive to vibration, don't worry, it still affects you, okay? It totally still affects you and I can feel this upliftment. It is crazy awesome. So what essential oils do is they help you raise that vibration to get you into a healthy range, right? A wellness range. And simply diffusing it will help. This is how I like to affect my family. Oh, I don't have my diffuser up. We just have to remember it because I've had it in every other video. So this is how I can help bring my family up. You know, when someone is really whiny or complainy, it's like, okay, I got to shift their frequency. I want to bring it up because whiny is a low vibration. And fear is a low vibration, and depression is a low vibration. So am I saying you can overcome depression by using essential oils because it shifts your frequency? Yeah, maybe, maybe not. It depends on so many things, of course. But I do know you can shift your low frequency, that low vibration, and bring it up. So if you're focused on that, it's really powerful. And the other reason I like to do this, can you tell? There's no way I could keep this video short. Love this stuff. We're going to be talking about it more going forward. So the other reason I love this though is when you feel bad. So when you are feeling that fear, that desperation, that depression, to be able to look at it and go, wait a minute, this is just a low frequency. That's all it is. Rather than subjectifying it. I mean, how many times do you go, oh my God, I'm in a bad mood again. Why am I here? What am I doing? Oh my gosh, this is the worst. To say, wait a minute. When you become aware, say, wait a minute. Laura said this is just a low frequency and I can do things to help raise my frequency and I will feel better. I don't have to think, why am I here? Do I need therapy? I can just do a little something. And sometimes you do need therapy. I don't mean to say to simplify life down to frequency, although much of it you can. There are other things you can do that raise your frequency. Fresh air, water, good foods, good nutritious foods. And in fact, canned foods have zero frequency to them. They have zero energy. And really it's that chi, that life force. It's gone. It's devoid in canned food. Fresh food, the longer it has gone between the field to your table, the less vibrancy it has. It's one of the reasons I love CSAs so much, which is community supported agriculture, where you buy directly from the farmer. They harvest it in the morning and you get it in the afternoon because it has that vibrancy. You can feel it, right? When you have highly processed food, it's kind of dead. There's no vibrancy, there's no energy to it. When you have really great energetic food, you feel better after you eat it. And you want to know why? Because it brings your frequency up. Really powerful, y'all. Really, really powerful. So I use the oils with yoga. I totally incorporate it into my teaching. I use the oils in my life coaching practice. Totally. Not everyone wants it. That's totally fine. It's all good. Whatever it is definitely works. But if you want the oils, they are incredibly powerful. Now, Young Living goes even a little further. Gary Young, the founder of Young Living, is a little bit of a genius when it comes to the oils. And he's put together blends that invigorate certain parts of your mental body, your physical body, your spiritual body. It's really awesome. So we have a Believe oil that helps shift your limiting beliefs, and oh my gosh, it's amazing. We have Envision that helps open up your mind to new ideas. We have Into the Future, my favorite oil, because that helps you, I talk about this all the time, how you feel like 5 years from now I'll have all my dreams. Everything will be perfect. 2 years from now, if I say, are all your dreams going to be true? You might say, yeah, maybe. 6 months from now, can you feel a shift? And by the time I get to 6 weeks, nobody feels like things are going to be different. Really deep down, we feel like today's going to be like yesterday, tomorrow's going to be like today. And that can't happen. We can't continue exactly the same way and have it be different in 5 years. We eventually have to have a day that's different than the previous day, right? That's what Into the Future does. It helps you make that shift, that tomorrow is going to be different. I'm telling you, I could go on and on. There are so many blends and they are so powerful. It's awesome. Okay, I really need to end this. I knew it was going to get to be long. So I hope this starts to plant some seeds for you, give you some ideas. Feel free to let me know if you'd like to jump on in my community. I would love to have you. I'd love to welcome you in. I totally support people in all of this. And I look forward to welcoming you in. So our very last episode number 7, is going to be how to take the next step. So how to get yourself started with Young Living and in our team. And I look forward to sharing that with you in episode number 7. Have a great day, everyone. I hope this helps inspire you to live your extraordinary life, because life is meant to be extraordinary, and it is time to live the life that is full of purpose, vibrantly joyful for you. Have a great day, everyone. Take care.